Hello and welcome back to another episode of my Ottomans Let's Play. In this one, we are still at war with, well, you can see there, AQ, or Akkoyunlu, Dulkadir, and Ramazan. We're not toward Karaman at all because of the sneaky little attack that we did. We currently have our one diplomat free. One is currently making, fabricating claims in Moria. As we'll get this, we have this claim already. And we have troops here just sitting around, chilling out, relaxing. And because they are, we don't need them right now. I'm actually going to mothball them because I don't need to transport troops anymore just at the moment. Well, then again, the cost isn't too bad. We're currently okay with cost. So I'm going to keep them as they are. If we mothball them, it means that their durability will go down slowly over time, but we don't actually pay for them, or they become very, very cheap to pay for, which is good most of the time. Another couple of islands we're going to want to take is the Genoese ones. We've got Chios here, but the Genoa is also here. It usually has some bigger than normal allies. Ah, he's already become a vassal. That's very quick there. Venice, another one we could probably take on at some point, but again, they've usually got quite good navy and good allies as well. So one thing we probably will be wanting to go towards is Serbia, Bosnia, Wallachia kind of area. Wallachia is actually completely alone right now. However, it's a 100% coring costs if we wish to take them, which means that when we want to core something, if we take over a piece of land, it is a cost to coring, which basically means we're saying that it's our land forever. It's meant to be our land. Not just that we think we should take it, but actually this should be ours. If you think from an English perspective, a core of our land is kind of all the English place. We say this is kind of ours as well, Wales, you know, it's kind of ours. However, it's not actually a core. It's not really totally our country. It's another country, but we say it's part of ours. It's Great Britain. So we might actually go through towards Serbia way. They're currently at war with Bosnia, so they're just at war with each other. There we go. Athens and Byzantium are also included. So we'll probably find some way of incorporating these. That's one issue we're trying to get of these two here. Is they do have the plus 100%. It means they are a bit costly. However, for us it's not quite so bad. But we'll come back to them in a bit. So for now, one thing we do need to do is actually come out of war for a while, so that we can add rivals. But I'll come back to that when we are out of war. So for now, we should continue as we are. AQ has agreed peace with Dulkadir, so Dulkadir were forced to pay 10% of their income each month, and that lasts 10 years, and also pay some money, and that's it, which is very good for us. It means that we can now fully annex these guys without any issue from AQ. We've been informed that our agent Constantinople has been discovered by Byzantium, so it means because we are trying to fabricate a claim, we're trying to basically forge some paperwork to say this is our land, this is the reason. We have a certain prince who has been married to someone at some point in the past, and something has happened somewhere. You know, it's very hazy, but they just need to make some paperwork for it. Unfortunately, we've been found. We've been caught whispering, and because of that, we have got some more aggressive expansion. Aggressive expansion there, minus 27. It does improve over time, but because of other issues as well, that one has now just increased because of being found out, which is not good. I need to wait for a month to tick over. We should have some infantry here. And you see, we have a cavalry image. That means that most of our troops in this army is currently cavalry. Here, most of the troops at the moment are infantry. And one thing we do want is for this to increase. We are okay, I think at the moment. I think we can have up to 60%. Which means if we go below 60% between infantry and cavalry, we actually get negative when we go for fighting, when we go to war. We've got a 3-1 lead. They've only got 1,000 troops. And currently we want this patch of land just here. So we're just going to jump straight in there. Take that bit of land. Speed up a little bit, actually, we should be absolutely fine. There we go. And what I'm going to do is going to detach a siege, which you just press the D button to do that. It detaches enough troops to be able to siege the land. And actually, we've got none there. I was looking for the mercenaries. They're the ones that are bright yellow. Or not bright yellow. Oh, right. They're different. They're a yellowy, green, like green on blue. What colour is that? It's a crazy colour. But anyway, if you want to, you can just detach your mercenaries, which I'm going to do there. Select them, they're the ones that get left behind, and you can disband. And what this means is that it's going to cost me a lot less money each month. I'm not going to be paying for the mercenaries. We've got 0 cost on mercenaries now. We are paying for reinforcements, which is fine. So I'm going to grab these guys, I'm going to bring them to Dulkadir. Let's finish this war off first. It's just nice to have the extra troops there. It's not necessary, but it's just nice to have. There we go, we actually won the siege straight away. So we're going to sue for peace. We're going to say to them, hi, we would like everything, to be fair. Gives a bit more aggressive expansion again. So Dolkadir doesn't matter, but everyone else 7, 5, 3, 2, 1. They're pretty low numbers. So we're going to go send demand, and we're going to take their land. They've accepted our generous offer. Lovely. Let's send these guys over here. So now we've got these two as well. Turkish and Sunny. That's perfect. Turkish is ours, Sunny is ours. Everything is nice. Cotton, nice bit of money there. 4 gold. Silk, sorry, cloth is also 4 gold per month. So a nice bit of income as well. So we'll finish off the extra land here. We've got one here. We've got one here. We haven't actually got. No, we still got a truce till 1449. So they will definitely be the people we go to next. The other one's QQ. What piece of land? So we could take another one. We could actually go for Raqqa. We're not going to. I don't want to get too much aggressive expansion just yet. We'll leave it as it is. Raqqa itself, it does have cotton, which is nice, but apart from that, nothing major. So we will just leave it as it is. We'll take 2 pieces of land. We'll take this one here. Get another sea province, which will be good for our trade ships and our galleys. So whilst we're waiting for that to happen, one thing we can do is we can check the ledger, and that's by pressing L. And it's got lots and lots and lots and lots and lots of information. Each of these have got individual ones as well. The main one to really look at is military. You've got armies and you've got navies, and you can organise them by the number of troops. We currently are down here. We have 24,000 troops overall. The top of them is Ming, Timurids, Austria, around the 45,000 mark. But the other one for us, which is quite important, is naval. Currently Ming, England, Venice. So we have no heavy ships. We have 5 light ships, which are trade ships. We have 11 galleys, which have a bonus. They do double damage within inland seas. Inland seas, which if you mouse over, you can see it says this is an inland sea. But basically, this is inland. Past about here, this is inland. That doesn't count as anything. There's other inlands as well, but you can't see them just yet. I think this might be an inland sea. Yep, inland sea here as well. So that is all good. So we're going to try and basically have galleys, maybe a few heavies as well. If we reach our limit, we could probably reach the limit. We'll get some more. We'll definitely get some more. I don't think we need too many trade ships. I don't think trade is going to be massive for us just at the moment. Could be. Could be. We just need to try and make sure we have more than Venice, really, and Genoa. So we go light ships. No, go galleys, sorry. Venice, Aragon, Ming, Ottomans. We need more. We definitely need more. We need more than Venice. That's one thing we definitely need to have. So we're going to create some galleys. I'm just going to whack out in the lowest one. So 240 days, 240, 240, 240, 240, 270. These are all 300s, 277, 264. So what's the money? Let's go for another one. Blam. We're going to have 32, so actually we can build 8. 1, 2, 3, 4, 5, 6, 7, 8. Now, build those, we'll stack up, make sure we've got enough so that we will not be attacked. I might even get rid of my transport ships. Nah, I won't get rid of transport ships, it's fine. Galleys, all the galleys come here, and from here we can just click, and it clicks on transports in that group, and we shall bring them all back home as well. We don't want the transports fighting. They're more likely to get crushed. Aha, we have a new heir to the throne. So because of the way we have a succession monarchy, effectively, when our guy dies, our heir comes into place. And he's a strong heir, which means he's definitely of our family kind of thing. If he's not by our family, he could be a weak heir, he's got low legitimacy. Legitimacy affects prestige gain, national unrest, tolerance of the true faith, and heretics and heathens, and our diplomatic reputation and income from vassals. So it's very important to have high legitimacy. If it's low and someone else thinks that they actually have a chance of succeeding to the throne, here's the disputed successions button here, and you can mouse over it and you can see those people there have disputed successions. It means that they actually have low legitimate heirs or none at all. And if they've got very low prestige, you can try and push them. If you actually have a royal marriage with them, you can try and push them and say, you know what, we want to claim your throne. So if we had a marriage with, say, Tabarastan or Chagatai, we've got pretty much any of those, we've got quite high prestige ourselves. We could actually grow a marriage with them and then then go to war with them to say, we are actually the true heirs to your throne, not that person there. So think of the English Civil War, the War of the Roses. That's probably the best example of this. And currently, the 100 Years' War in France and England, that is exactly what that's about. It's effectively a claim throne. What's going on there? The English believe that they should be able to take on France. And if you win if you do win the war, you can actually become have France as a personal union underneath you, which means you kind of rule over them, like a different sort of vassal, basically. Let's let this one finish off. Bring them up. -7, -35. This one's going to take a little while. Ooh, Byzantium discovered claiming an outer province. Well, Byzantium. So, what else can we do? We have 2 diplomats. It's always best just keep one free whilst you're at war, because you're going to actually talk to them in a bit and say, hey, can we have your land, please? Where else can we fabricate? We can't fabricate in Byzantium anymore. You can fabricate in Athens, may as well. Rhodes, you're allied with, you're being guaranteed by Venice, which means if we go to war with Rhodes, it's one province, Venice will be pulled in. They've been guaranteed by the Mamluks, so I don't want to war the Mamluks just yet. Ragusa. Ragusa have nothing against anyone. Let's fabricate a claim there. Let's go try and take Ragusa. For sure. I remember what I said about keeping one free. Yeah, it's fine for now. We have some unrest in Elbasan as one of them. Yeah. So one thing you can do to change unrest is this autonomy. And autonomy is basically how much control you have over the. It's new in 1.9. It's new in the patch. It's how much control you have over the province. Really, the higher the autonomy, the more they have over the more rule they have over the land. But it means that the less you get, so you get less trade, less production, less tax, less manpower. And it takes longer to actually produce things. However, they are happier, so we can increase it for the next 30 years, increase it by 25, and it reduces unrest by 10%, which is nice. However, I think because it's just the one nation, one province, I'm not going to bother with that. So slowly over time, as I said, we're now running full infantry here. Infantry or not full infantry, so there's more infantry there than cavalry from our side, you can see that. And our numbers have gone down here. We need 800 per month to reinforce everybody, and our manpower will slowly start to increase when that number dwindles or splits. We're actually going to split these guys in half by pressing the S button and just move half across. And what that means is that we're just going to it's going to mean we're going to take less casualties. I'm not going to bother attacking these guys. I think I should be able to take this beforehand and probably be able to piece them out. Well, they have got bridge walls, the bastards. As we're in mountains, we're going to need more troops to take them on. 42% chance to win this one now. 1 Adana, which means it pushes their ships out, which we will now be able to fight. Let's group all these together. We can attack from. We can attack from Sivas actually, without a crossing penalty, which is nice to know. Excellent. Let's just detach a siege, move everyone else through to here. And we'll send. Oh, he wants to come at me. He's going to stop now. So, who are we actually at war with? We're currently at war. The people we're actually at war with is Ramazan. So we need to peace out Ramazan. We're going to detach a siege. Go here. Hopefully they won't attack. In fact, if I attack first. Yeah, there we go. Should be able to get there. And these guys will reach in a second. We have a negative of -2 for every dice roll because we have attacked in a mountainous area. We also have no leader just yet, but that is fine. He's going to arrive on the 13th. So we've got 13 days or 12 days without a leader, which I can cope with. We have 10% more morale than them, which means we take 10% less damage and deal 10% more. We have slightly more morale, which is good to see. We've got the same military tactics. They're going to lose a lot of the cavalry going down. And remember, because we're in mountains, having loads of troops does not help us out because we have our second line here doing nothing, and also we've got more troops basically over here, which just can't be there. Basically what it means is just like 3 or 4 or 5 stacked. But we have enough troops to crush them. And in EU4, it's very unlikely if you actually just destroy all troops. They do run away at low morale, they can then build up again, and it's more realistic of the time, to be fair. Just split them off again. I'll just send these 11 in just to finish their troops off. because whilst if they're completely finished off and they can't retreat in time, because for the first few days of a battle, so until the 28th you can't retreat, so if we can actually kill them before the 28th, they will not be able to get away. There we go. Which means now they have no stacks, so it means they've got to try and build troops, but they can't rebuild troops because we've kind of, you know, got all the areas. Plague. Epidemics in the early modern era were far deadlier than wars or even famine. Diseases that with modern medicine are relatively harmless, like smallpox or flu, took a heavy toll whenever they struck, especially among infants. So we can lose money, we have to do something, or there's nothing we can do, and we get more local autonomy and lower produce. Well, we've got loads of money. Let's just spend the money on that one. Oh, got loads of all our ships. Let's gather our ships together. Bring them down here. Gather our ships and bring them down. In fact, U11 can also be moved down. So have a look at the ledger. Lightship wise. Galley wise, sorry. We are. Woo! Venice have so many ships! The bastards! We'll be fine. Speeds up a little bit. Yeah! Okay, so we're gonna wait. We've got 72% on these guys. Let's just go in and see if we can take some more land. Just to help reinforce the idea that we want that land. Put our troops back as well because we're getting quite a lot of attrition. We're very low on manpower. You do not want your manpower to get too low. On the obvious hand is that you might lose when you actually get down to 0. You can't actually regenerate any troops. But on the other hand, there are events that spawn when you have low manpower. One of which is a peasants' war. Walls are breached. That is good. Send this guy back in because he actually has got. So these guys here are rebels. You can tell because little black sort of band in their name. They are pretender rebels, which means they are basically rising up against the current leader in their country. And rebels in other countries are very good for us. It means that, you know, they're having to waste their manpower, their forces, just to clear up basically nothing. And we need 6 men to reinforce. There we go, our missionaries, our diplomats, are free. So let's have a quick talk. Can we sue for peace with you? We want just this one piece of land. Which they will give quite freely actually. So let's ask for something else. That's for war reparations as well. That puts us 74 out of 75. That's perfect. There's nothing else really want. Money would be another thing, but they've got 8 gold. They don't have any gold. Everything else I don't really care too much. We can ask them to release a nation. Styria. Syria, sorry, not Styria. In fact, let's just take this one and see if we can get them to release Syria as well. Tick, 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 tick. Oof. Desert and river crossing, I think, though. It's a poor fight. So you can see our leader is giving us a +1 to the siege. We don't have artillery, we don't have artillery for a while, we can't blockade it, and the fort level means we've got -2. But the walls are breached, which means we get +3. We've got a lot of rebels. There we go. They're offering us a peace deal, we'll just reject that because it happened right before this came up. So we'd also like you to please release Syria. They will. Annul treaties. Any money? 15 gold. Yeah. There's nothing else we can really ask for, is there? We only want one piece. We give them that. Because we don't have a claim on anything else, I don't really want to be asking for it, so we'll just do this for now. Again, it's not a world conquest, so it doesn't really matter. I'm not speedily going through everything. There we go, so it tells you the details of what just happened. Syria's named there as a rival, which is great, and Syria, they love us because we've released them in peace, which is good because I'm by 1 per year. And also they have a truce with us and AQ for another 5 years. What it means is that these guys can't just suddenly go, right, we're going to go and attack you now, straight away, give us it back. Can't happen. However, Ramazan, full annexation. Send. There we go. There we go. So that's good consolidation, I think. We've been at it for just a few years now, and we've consolidated most of our territory. We have got Erzurum in QQ. QQ are a bigger nation, and they are also added with Ghazi, this little tiny place up here, which doesn't really matter too much. Timurids, pretty huge, and they do generally like me. However, they do fall apart usually quite early on. They have a big rebellion, a massive rebellion that kind of breaks the country up. Persia sometimes forms. But Syria, having Syria formed is nice. Let's see if they actually have any. They actually do have some lands. They consider all these to be their core provinces. So one thing we could do is we could ally with Syria, offer vassalization, go to war with these guys, give it to Syria, and then we can diplomatically annex Syria. Because I don't really need many diplomatic ideas. I don't really feel the need to have many of these. Maybe diplomatic, that's pretty much it. Or influence as well. I don't know, maybe one or the other sort of thing, you know? So because of that, I feel like I'm going to be having a lot of spare diplomatic points. And so I can put them into diplomatically annexing things rather than taking them over myself. However, on the other hand, coring is very, very cheap in my country. So maybe I'll be doing that instead. I'll have a little think about that. We now should roll. So I'll go through I'll go through the diplomacy screen because this video is going to be ending soon. So I'll quickly go through the diplomacy screen. Try and go through a screen every now and again. We have our enemies here. These are the people that have rivaled us. And we have no rivals yet because we've been at war, we couldn't actually make any. Now selecting a rival says that you can choose from basically valid people who are they make sense. They've got roughly the same army or roughly the same military in some form or other, or they're roughly the same size, economy maybe, so that you don't just rival. For instance, me rivaling these guys here, it wouldn't be very fair, would it? And what it does is it means that we are more likely to get alliances with their enemies because they'll think, hang on, you're an enemy of them, we're an enemy of them, let's be friends. You get more prestige from defeating them in battle. You do not get a trade efficiency penalty when embargoing. What that means is you can issue an embargo against them. It means that you're trying to stop them from being able to trade in the same areas as you. It just reduces their trade efficiency. We're not talking about trade much, but it's quite complex, so we'll probably come back to that another time. We get more spy offence, so we actually try and do some naughty little spy things. Covert actions, fabricating claims, justify trade conflicts, sowing discontent, supporting rebels in the country, sabotage their reputation, and infiltrate their administration. These are actually part of idea groups, so very rarely done. However, you're able to actually do them better if you have them as a rival. And finally, minus 33% diplomatic power cost for demanding promises from them in a peace deal. So for me, Mamluks, no doubt, are going to be a rival. Let's have a look. We can choose Aragon, which is this here, this sort of area. Modern day Sicily, and, well, parts of Spain effectively nowadays. Austria, Hungary, Mamluks, Poland, QQ, and Venice. Now for me, personally, I feel like QQ, Mamluks, and Venice off the top of my head would be very good. One, definitely Mamluks, without a doubt. And it says here we have, their army is 3% weaker, but they've got a 25% stronger navy to us. Second of all, QQ. They have no navy and they've got a weaker army. They do have allies. But we do want their land. We want their land. We're going to go for them. And finally, we can have Aragon, which I don't really want just yet. I'm not going to go too far that way. Austria, nope, but I'd rather just keep them friendly, to be fair. Hungary are too far away, I'm not really attacking them just yet, although I technically could, couldn't I? Huh. Poland, I'm not going to, because I'd rather sort of keep allies with Poland for now. Keep friendly, should we say. But Venice, probably Venice. They are more powerful than me, but I will no doubt end up in some sort of war with them at some point. They're allied with France, unfortunately. Who are Venice allied with? They've got a royal marriage with Austria. They're not allied with anyone. They're actually at war with Ragusa. God damn it. Yeah, let's make them my third and final rival. So because of that, what we can now do is we just wait a few days, bring our troops home, wait for our guys to come back. Bam. One thing I shall be doing is Mamluks. So trade-wise, we're barely in. We've got 17% in this one. We're mainly in Constantinople. You click on that, you can see who's got the most trade. So at the moment, Ottomans have 38%. Next up is Byzantium, 29%. Genoa, Venice. Mamluks are mainly here. So what we do is go for Mamluks. Let's trade embargo. Let's trade embargo them all. There's no point really not doing it. Issue embargo. Issue embargo and reduce the power of their traders in nodes where we have power. Each of these is a node. Each of these areas. That's one node. That's another node. That's the Crimea node. That's the Ragusa node, etc., etc. We'll also reduce our trade efficiency unless they're our rivals. So basically all we're doing is reducing their trade power. So as they're our rival, we might as well just go ahead and do it. It gives them a casus belli against us. We can't against them. Who's the other one I made? QQ. There we go. Okay, gonna end this episode here, and I will see you guys next time. If you do like it, please thumbs up, subscribe, and also tell me if you like it, because if you like this sort of videos, then I'll go for it. I'll carry on. Try and maybe put out 2 a day rather than 1 a day. I'll see you guys next time. Bye bye.